Howdy folks, what we have here is a broken nail. Quite a good break actually. Let me see if I can get another angle here. I was doing some home renovations and true to form, I didn't break a nail doing anything arduous or physical. I broke it trying to open a drawer like an idiot in a tight space, and the door pulled forward and snapped my nail. I almost never break nails because I know how to use my hands to not break them, but that one is a kind of a nasty and annoying little jagged break, really sharp. But this is a teachable moment because now we get to look a little bit at how to file a nail to negate a mild break. I'll do more videos if I ever have any serious breaks on how to repair massive breaks like by gluing ping pong nails and stuff. But this is a mild break, and what we're going to do is we're going to file the nail so we get rid of that awful jagged ugliness and get to a more playable nail shape so we can continue practicing. What we're going to need is we're going to need our trusty Revlon nail file here, which I love because it's straight and it's metal, which means that you can get your nail actually straight. So all we're going to do the same thing that we normally do to file the nails. Let's see if I can focus here. So we're going to do the same thing that we normally do, which is we're going to be filing the nail flat, like that. And what we're essentially going to do, and I'm going to do it rather quickly here because I don't care about too much messing up the nail, we're going to try to file the nail down until we get rid of this broken part. And we're going to do that for two reasons. First of all, so we can continue to play with good tone, and second of all, so we don't continue to break the nail. You should not just clip your nails off if you break them, because you'll continue to introduce little cracks into the nail even if you can't see them. That will cause the nail to break and crack way down the line. So you want to file down to where the break is. In this case, I'm going to have to file all the way down to this part on this side of the nail. I'm going to go pretty fast here. I think there's a rougher edge. Yeah, I'll do the rougher side here. And I'm doing the same thing I did when I normally file my nails, which is I'm using just a very slight angle, and I'm filing flat. So the nail will actually come out in a nice little half moon, but it'll still be flat from the string's perspective. So let's see if I can get that worn down here. Oh, it's starting to get closer to the correct shape. I can still see a little bit of the original break. So let's continue. File that little back edge off. And then we'll do the fine side. Then we end up with sort of this weird feather edge guy, and we need to knock that off. And sometimes you can do it just by scraping the nail, like that. So you can get a lot of the feather edge off. I'm still left with that little bit of original break. So I'm going to try to file that off from the top, just to get rid of it totally. And so it's still there, but I'm going to try to lightly file it from the top. Okay, now we're ended up with a lot better smooth nail. Now that nail is, if we look with this rough nail shape, it's a lot shorter than the other nails. So this can make practicing difficult. Well, what you got to do in order to overcome this is you really have to shorten the other two nails, the I and the A fingernails, so that they're all the same length, so you can continue using really similar technique to practice. Another option is just to wait for the nails to grow out, or to put a fake nail on for a while. But I really feel like continuing to practice is a really good course, so that you're continuing to use your technique. And also, I try not to put fake nails on unless I have to play like a gig very, very shortly and nothing else will do, because those are hard to come off. They're not necessarily good for your nails if you're using natural nails. So yeah, I usually recommend avoiding those unless you get a really bad break. And if you get a really bad break, then they're a really good option to be able to get to play a gig. So I'll file those two down so they'll roughly have the same nail shape, and we'll be able to play. We'll be able to continue practicing. And of course, once you're done, you're going to want to get out. Put it
spots down here.
You're going to want to get out, this guy's almost worn out. I just completely tore him up. A buffing pad to take all the harder edges off and get a little smoother. So there we go. There's a little bit of a filed nail that we could still use. Might take a little bit off the front edge here just to get the ramp back. Yeah, there we go. So that's what you do to repair the nails. And you kind of got to do this so you can continue practicing, or you can play a gig in a short amount of time. Just a story, I used to study with Juan Serrano, and I remember I broke this nail one time, and I came into a lesson, I'm like, I broke this nail and I'm having a hard time playing. And he made me file all the nails off, so I basically had no nails because this one was broken so bad. And he goes, well, you just got to practice with no nails so that all the fingers will have the same tone, which was what was important. Another thing he suggested, he's like, well, what we can do is we could practice all your picado with just IA. And so we spent the day practicing all the picado with just these two fingers, no middle finger, IA, IA, IA. And we played a bunch of pieces that just used picado with IA. And he told me, he's like, yeah, sometimes if I break a nail, I'll just not use that finger in a performance, which just blew my mind. And I thought maybe he was kind of BSing, but then I saw him do it later. About 7 or 8 years ago, I saw him play a concert, and he played every single scale IA with no loss of speed because he had hurt this finger, and this finger he couldn't play with. So he still played all of his Raschiato, but he couldn't, for some reason, he couldn't get the sound of the nail right. So he played everything IA, the entire concert. It was really, really cool to see. That's kind of beyond me, but I do like to get all the tones to match. So I'll file these two down, and then I'll have some matching tone and can continue playing and practicing and making videos and stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's a way to repair a break in a nail. You want to file down to where the break is. You don't want to clip the nail, and you don't want to break the nail down to where it is, because you'll introduce little microscopic cracks, and that nail will continue to break as time goes on. So you want to file it down to where the break is, and then you'll be good to go. I guess that's it. I could put some hard as nails on there just to firm up the nail a little bit. I might do that on all the nails just to keep that edge hard. But I probably won't be necessary. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see. I'm always happy to oblige if possible. And don't forget to, you can find me on Twitter at David Stewart. You can head over to my website, dvspress.com. Find me on Facebook at facebook.com/David Van Dyke Stewart. And have a great day.